We'll keep you updated with developments on that story. A story developing in the Eastern Cape now, where the ANC there recalling the Amathole District Municipality Mayor, Speaker and Chief Whip with immediate effect. Our political editor, Lukhanyo Calata, joins us now. Lukhanyo, good afternoon to you. What's the background to this? This is quite dramatic.
Well, it is quite dramatic from the ANC. So what we understand, just before coming on, I spoke to the Provincial Secretary in the Eastern Cape, Mr. Lukhanyo Calata, and he told me that this matter has been brewing for a while. The municipality, Amathole District, has been underperforming for a very long time, lack of service delivery. But the straw, in essence, that broke the camel's back is the reappointment of a municipal manager, Mthandeki Mnyimba. And he apparently was appointed despite being unqualified for the position of municipal manager. SAMWU then took the matter to court. They won. But then the court said, look, this guy, he's undeserving of this position. But then the mayor's office, the speaker's office, and the chief whip then reappointed this unqualified, basically, municipal manager. And I think that was the straw that, like I said, the ANC just couldn't handle, and that broke the camel's back.
So the court ruled that he could not be appointed, and they appointed him anyway.
Yes, and I think that,
even by the standards of the Eastern Cape, that's quite something.
It is quite something, and I think some would then obviously had the upper hand because they had a court decision that was in their favor, and I think they were then able to pressure the African National Congress into this rather drastic step. As to what happens now within the municipality, well, we don't know. But at least we know that with immediate effect, the mayor, Nceba Ndikinda, the speaker, Nondumiso Mgidlana, and the chief whip, Noceba Mfecane, have now all been recalled, and they will no longer be in office.
So the ANC says it wants to bring political stability to the area, and that's fine. But there's always the same problem in politics. If you remove someone, who takes over? It was a problem the ANC suffered all the way through 2017. They didn't resolve it. They waited until December that year because of that very reason. The same is going to happen here. Who takes over? It's going to be very complex.
I wish I had a crystal ball and, throw it and then see what happens, or at least look into it and see what the future holds. As far as we know, at the moment, I was trying for hours at least to get hold of the ANC to give us some kind of indication as to what we're likely to see happening going forward. Literally just about 2 minutes before coming on air, Mr. Nuvetobi answered his phone. I spoke to him, very, very briefly. And we're hoping, obviously, to bring him on a little bit later this evening because he was going from one meeting to the other. Because that question is obviously one that needs to be answered immediately for the people of the Amathole District. I think they deserve to know immediately what happens to their town, to their district, and who will lead them, and how the issues of service delivery there are going to be resolved.
It's a big area. You're talking about places like Butterworth, Dutwa, Alice, Adelaide, Stutterheim, that's Amathole, I think.
Yeah.
And all of these areas, if you go through Stutterheim, you talk to people in Stutterheim, in that area, the Amathole municipality, local municipality, they will tell you that life there has got really bad over the last few years, and it's all about service delivery. The personal city manager is absolutely crucial to that.
It is. I went to school in Adelaide, and I remember the town that where I grew up in, basically. When I was there sometime last year, it really, really broke my heart. The town, it's deteriorated. So too is Fort Beaufort. So too is Alice, all as Stutterheim. All of these areas that you just mentioned, it's really heartbreaking, and you can see it's because of neglect. It's because of a lack of service delivery. And the people in those areas, man, they are as deserving as you and I of a municipality that delivers for them. I think even more so because they live in these small little towns where there isn't much of an economy. So therefore, service delivery in those areas is even more critical.
Lukhanyo Calata, our politics editor, thanks very much indeed. He's a political editor of Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405. He's never bored. Take it from me.